think we're live. Gucci, we're live. Shh. Shh. Josh. Alan. Quiet, Alan. I think we are live. Not on Facebook yet, though. Not on Facebook. Nope, nope. Video. Okay, cool. Cool, cool, cool. Cool. That's done. Right, how's everyone? Hey, Slick, how's things, man? I'm not sure really what is. Why is volume okay? My volume looks up. Hey, Lucas, how's things, man? Hey, Alana. Howdy, howdy. Got Mix. Hey, Mix, how are you? Got some. Wanna join a server in? Yeah, shoot on the server that you guys are in. It's probably is it your server, I assume. I'm just gonna share some stuff. Awesome, that's great. My mic is breaking up. How about now? Is it better now? I don't want to blow it out though. I'm trying to be careful. Flo has liked the stream. Thank you very much, dude. Hey, Daniel. Drift militants. Okay. Okay, okay. I'll touch it there in a second. I need to do some sherry stuff of live streams. I would like to anyway. So before we get started, playing Carpatch. Yeah, I think I need to do Carpatch. I think I might do it. That depends on if that's what the server Drift Militant guys are on. I assume they're doing DCGP. Change my shifter though. Okay, I need to do some quick think. What do I need to do? Something I wanted to do, and now I'm after forgetting. I've now forgotten. I have forgotten. I has. I think what I'll do is we'll join their server. However you spell milit. I suppose let's do it this way. Is that the one that they're on? Yeah, it seems like it. They're on Okayama. Okay. Hong Kong. Turkey. Okay, we'll do the SRT maybe. Hey Charlie, FD, you want to share your streams? Yeah, I'm just going to share them into some of the pages and stuff. That's why I don't always do it, but sometimes I'd like to do it anyway. Yes. Oh, yeah, you reminded me. Thank you. Oh my God, you're right. Thank you. You've reminded me. Yeah, that's what I wanted to do. So that's what I'll probably end up doing, to be honest. So one thing I need to do first, I want to run sequential. So I'll probably join these guys for a bit. What is this guy doing? Oh, yeah, that's it. I made a video on NeckFX, so that's why that's open. Controls. Okay, I'm turning off that. All right, alrighty. So we're gonna join this. I'll probably drive in like 5 minutes. I need to swap over the shifter. I need to swap over the shifter. Story of my life. Actually, Luke, I'll probably say that for another time, Lucas, because I haven't set like audio and stuff for like in my microphone and my headset for audio and all that. So I'll say that for another time. But thank you very much for the invite. A lot of Irish people in here. So how's everyone doing? It's called. What's it called? Drift. No, it's just called Drift Militant. Drift Militant. Am I saying that right? I feel like I'm saying it wrong. I think I'm saying it right. So how's everyone doing? Everyone bored as usual. Seems like the common thing for 2020, isn't it? Most common thing for everyone in 2020 is everyone was bored. At least with this camera, you can actually kind of see what I'm doing. Have you ever drove the Gaia cars? What do you think of them? No, I haven't. I didn't drive the Gaia cars. I was to drive the Clutch Gang, but my hard drive didn't have enough space to download them, so I didn't use them. I didn't try them. If you look at the screen right now, Dean, you could see it. It's right there. I don't know if you can make. I don't know if you can make it out. I was doing Instagram stuff. Hey guys, I'm live on Twitch, Facebook, YouTube. Search my name, you'll find it. Facebook, YouTube. Oh, oh, buggity. Oh, buggity. Dum, 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 dum. Ah, Cat, no. Cat, this is not time for you sit on my lap and you get attention. This is the time for me to drive, okay? Thanks, fella. This is Mr. Grey, by the way. Hey, Quiven, how are you? Drift Militant anyway, so it's on the screen. You should be able to figure it out. I was going to share the streams. I'll do it as well, but I'm gonna do bit of driving first. I've done Instagram and I'll do the rest of them later. Setup wise, right? Okay, I had Blackwood. Right, that's what we asked. Um, that cat wants to run something. Man, he wants to do more than tandems. He just wanted attention. That's all that cat wanted. Tension whore. He's a nice fella though. He's sick. To be fair, he's kind of sick at the moment. He's not that badly sick, but. Two back at. Oh my god, these cars are just no grip. It's like the stream. These things have no grip. Ugh, that's why I just not the biggest fan of DCGP cars. Just because of that reason alone. They're just not that they're just not that confidence inspiring, unfortunately. High pressure. So how's everyone today? I was been doing some dirt rally, so I'm already sweating. Someone has liked the stream. Someone else has liked the stream, should I say? Oh, you have it? I'll go look forward to VDC. Yeah. Report of DCGP. Yeah. These are not how cars drive. Like they don't drive like this. Stuff you have to do to get these to work is kind of a bit silly, but I don't want to be too negative about it because the concept is great. Like keeping it even for everyone. Like the car doesn't stop sliding there. See, I'm being notified of people liking and following and stuff, but I can't. Someone else has liked the stream. I can't read your name. I can't read it from here. I'm sorry. Could actually do this. Chat. I don't know. Ooh. I think I need to tighten up my steering wheel. It's a bit loose. Well, like not my steering wheel, but the base of it. Look at that. Look how much action that has. Or it doesn't help that the the size of the wheel is probably escalating the issue. This is Okayama 2020 VDC version. Yeah, there should be. Just have to Google it, I suppose. I've had this version for ages, so I don't really know where to get it. Check it. Ooh. Turned on in Dirt Rally. I have Dirt Rally 2.0, and I was doing like a league stuff on it, like a league, an Irish league, and I did the first stage, and then I had to stop because this fucking RaceNet, which is Codemasters like online thing, just failed. So I don't know if I've lost my stage times or not. But the game is amazing. I love playing it. Hey Kyle, how's things? See, I struggle to find this track anywhere too. It's on. Oh, maybe it's on the VDC Discord. Maybe if you join the VDC page, go onto VDC Facebook page, and they should give you a link to the Discord. You should be able to download the tracks there. They have a public link. What do I think the most realistic cars? World Drift Tour Street. They're more basic, I suppose, but they're a bit more realistic that way. VDC are quite good too, actually. I'm doing good, living life sideways. How are you doing? I just got. Oh, you got it on the Discord. Yeah, it's definitely on the Discord. Spending roughly 100 something euro on car detailing stuff. Jesus. My car hasn't been washed in months, like my road car. Oh, I hit the wall. Hello. Hello. We're gonna restart the server now. That is searching for Jojo. Good to see you again. Hey Jezza, how's things? What's your road car? Mazda 6 1.8 Sport. It's very sporty. It's about 120 horsepower, front wheel drive, 5 speed, about 220,000 kilometers on the clock. Does 220 kilometers top speed. Don't ask me how I know. And no, you don't know about that. Will you stick to this 14 for much longer? I think I'll always have one. I think I'll always have an S14. Drop up the Sligo, I'll do full detail. Obviously after this lockdown. Sligo's a bit of a spin, but I'll take you up on that offer someday. To be honest, the paint on it is terrible. It needs to be repainted. But it's like, it must be like a rare like year or model or something, because has like some special like OEM kit on it. It's like different to even the Mazda Speed 6 MPS, and it's like I don't know. It's just different. So it's kind of I don't want to get rid of it either because it's kind of like the body kit on it is kind of interesting. Not body kit, but like the bumpers and stuff. Hi Glenn. Oh, someone's called Glenn. Here, Sligo is a great place, Kyle. Server name is called Drift Militant. Ah, feck it. Cars have terrible collision box. Skip. A3 Laitala. Sorry, I don't know how to say your name. Ever consider coming to New Zealand to drift? I would love to, but I haven't got an opportunity to go yet. No, I think the server just crashed or stopped. Yeah, yeah. Hey Kino, how's things? You got a handbrake today, nice. You could drive any FDUS car for a season. You can why. I actually would like. Are you serious? They're all gone already. And I think the server is not. um. So the drive the S13. The FD. Wow. Some people. Denofa's Mustang. Oh, Denofa's Mustang. That'd be kind of fun. I'd actually like to drive Matt Field's C6 Corvette. I think that would be the car I'd like to drive. Can you please drift an Ego? Oh, in Lego? Don't know what you mean. Sorry. Litra. Not Litra. Got any idea about cheapo eBay sim handbrakes? Yeah, I've seen them before. Like, my my girlfriend, like, she has sim as well, and looking at handbrakes, and that was the one she was looking at. And to be honest, haven't really, haven't really seen any reviews or anything like that on it. So I assume they're quite good. But you know, look, I've yet to try them. Honest with ya. Don't like this 180, only thing left. Yeah, it's very laggy. I prefer the S13 for that reason. It drives the same as the 180, but better engine. See one on Wish? Yeah. You can buy them on AliExpress and everything. Stupidly laggy, this car. But you have other options too. You have the Fanatec one and the Trustmaster one. They're obviously more expensive than that you can get on eBay, but... Two people try to go through one lane. Oh. You don't have to call it in English. Drift in inner space. In camera? No, I don't always... I don't drift in camera when I'm tandeming because I'm just not used to it. Like, I generally only drive on roof cam because it's what I rather to do, to be honest. what I'm used to. I've only a single screen as well. Hey, Winters, how's things? Hey, Oliver. Don't want to go pull it in bins in half. Well, it's actually like the handbrake that they make it out of is actually real, so I assume um it's somewhat strong enough. But yeah, like you always take risks with when you're buying stuff online, you know. I thought he was gone off the track. Not bad, mate. Moist. Moist? That's like a new English term, is it? Heard of that one. Tire pressures, please. Some. I think that's decent enough. Stephen, I have a YouTube video on my YouTube channel that addresses that. This sounded fucking English, Alan. I have to stop crossing too. I've crossed way too much. The nice hydraulic handbrake, in my opinion, is a nameless performances class. Is that the virtual one? I don't know why my fork back is really weird. Oh, it's because they changed some settings, didn't they? Hey, good man. Oh, it's an actual handbrake. Yeah, yeah. Well, I used the actual handbrakes that I actually use in my car is the Group D one. It's like alloy billet. It's really nice. You show your field of view settings and what size of your monitor. It's a 24-inch monitor. My field of view is 60 degrees. You can see it there. It's just 60 degrees. Special. So much lead event. Snow. Ah, keep getting hit. Pretty sure you make your own. Yeah, you can make your own one, but there is a bit of science to it. You need like an Arduino board and stuff. And everything is online, like how to do it and stuff. It's just, yeah, it requires a bit of. It's not that simple. Hey Raymond, how are you? My personal setup? Well, my one was free because I made it myself out of stuff that I had, potentiometers and all that. Doing boring ECGP stuff. Raymond, that's what we're doing today. Surely be practicing for VDC because that's first. Or ECGP next week. I'm doing good. Doing good. I had finished a session on Dirt Rally earlier, so racing it was down, so that's that's cut the fun short. Tree Tala. I'm sorry, man. I can't pronounce your name. I don't know what to say. Oh, Joe. You just can't. These cars, I know they're not they're easy to drive, but they're not that fun, I find. I've done enough leading. I'm sick of leading. And I find myself leading again. Your setup was fucked. It's 14.5. I wouldn't even like them, to be honest. They just look a bit deformed. That's my opinion on it, though. Like, I get why people like them, because people love S15s, and then they can't really afford one, so they put one on the cheap car, you know? Makes sense. Just not for me. He's gonna have to track into it. Well, okay, chat. What would be your favorite car out of the S chassis? If you had to pick one, maybe S13, S14 Thinky, or S14 Kooky, or S15, or would you go like old school and go like S12 or something? PS13? Oh yeah, yeah. Actually, the PS13 and RPS 13 and Volvo. PS13, S15, 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 class front lights. Oh yeah, yeah. S13 pig nose, no body kit. S13 pig nose with no body kit, huh? Oh no, oh yeah, yeah, okay, yeah, I get what you're saying. I suppose people in the States, right, you guys have like the 240 coupe and the 240 hatch, right, which In Ireland, for us in Europe, anyway, I suppose we call them like PS13 or like RPS 13 or whatever, or like 186 and S13. Like people say pig nose, then it's like you actually okay. Like I suppose when Americans mean pig. Oh my god, pig nose. I think you guys are on about. Trying to think. Oh, okay, yeah, because in the States you guys only got the poppy up, floppy headlights. You guys didn't get to like the fixed headlight like Sylvia. Either the S13 shape or the yeah. So so chat's only S13s or Volvos basically. Right, I'm gonna join the Apache server. I haven't driven that track yet. Yes, Volvos only. Volvos. Try and find an original Sin80. I think there's only 3 in Ireland. You see, it's kind of hard to prove which ones are actually legit or not, because the legit ones only had like Sin80 or something written on. Yeah. I had the terrible frame rates. Sorry, people, if you had terrible frame rates. I did, guys. And I'm getting so slacky when it comes to like swapping stuff over on the stream. And I had the desktop one over, so I suppose that part of the stream was choppy. Thanks for coming on the server. No problem, Lucas. It's a bit of fun. I'm going to try to do some DCGP Carpatch. I have to download the latest one. Search, please. Please. I'm already in the Discord. I didn't click that. People in it. As long as I can pick a 13, I'm alright. In the States, we just got the 246, Coupe Hatch Invert. I'll have the flip ups. Yeah, yeah. I don't know. When it comes to S13s, I don't really mind. S14s, I'm more preference towards the S14. But I'd love to put like a 180SX front end on an S13. The flippy poppy up. I'll probably go static headlights instead. Ah, look, nerd stuff. That's what that is. I need to quickly download this track and then. Oh man, it's so complicated to download stuff. GP. It's not even anymore. Okay, go to. Hang on. It's right. And I have to. Tracks. Okay. I got it. Alright, let's download. Let's install this thing. I should be more like, slick with this live stream. Slick. But I think you know what, making mistakes or not doing stuff half the time is fine. Kinda. Let's join the S13. So I don't even feel like driving DCGP to be honest. I don't. DCGP for now anyway. Like chat. WinRAR. 7-zip. No! I don't like 7-zip. I don't know why. I've tried it before and it was weird. Sign-ins for DCGP patch was filled in one day. What? I like signed up after the second day and I was like, ah, look, I might as well do it now, so I won't forget. Like, eventually they're gonna have to start giving reserved seats and stuff. Yeah, well, I suppose it's not that I don't. I mean, I could get used to it, but it's like I just didn't feel it was a nice thing to use. Yeah, but that while that works nicely, Joe, it's sometimes certain stuff you have to just go into the folder anyway. So I just do it the old school way because I have everything set up like shortcuts and stuff. Is this going to pick up AC or it's going to be dumb? Like I did the dragging stuff in the CM a couple of times and it works nicely. Like, but I don't know. I just prefer. Okay, I don't even have a car set up, do I? They load my car setup? I'm not dummy. What was I saying? Oh yeah, and it works really nicely, but I just find that it's just like not the most consistent. Because like sometimes you download things and it's like, please install manually. Alright, okay, they're forcing us wide there. Not a bad first run, it's the first time I've ever driven the track. Not a fan of this track. Yeah, I never was either, but I think I finished like third or something on this event a couple of years ago. Or a couple of seasons ago. When I heard, like a couple of years ago when they were doing this track, I was like, oh my god, are you kidding me? Like, there's no stopping the car at all. Oh my god. How the F did you nail your first run? I've been trying to... Well, to be honest, I drove this car track like 3 years ago for like season 2 or DCGP or something like that. I haven't driven it since, but it's like, I don't know. I just know the track, I suppose. Other than the first clip, everything else is the same. And the last clip. I just hate DCGP walls. I just hate them. No, I've never tried a mean. Wall is so unforgiving. Yeah, yeah. Fortunately, VDC is not like that. You can get away with so much more. I feel like I can get, like, not even way closer, but I feel like I can hit the wall way harder with VDC and get away with it. I just think these cars have too much of an angle on the collision box, which like makes it like a box hitting something flat, you know? Catch the corner. And you get hit off the track. God, for fuck's sake. Whose fault? Who's like the streep? Someone is like the streep. I can't read the colours. I've set the colour to blue and I can't even see them. It's like as if I'm colourblind or something. Oh, I can't see the colour, I just can't read out the name. So I do apologise whoever just liked the stream or shared the stream. I would have thought it would have popped up on my list of Streamlab thing. What again? Haven't actually done a lap now. Oh, I meant to fix the squeaky pedals too, I never did that. Oh man, what am I at? Any reason why? So sometimes it doesn't work from either, and I go into the settings, I reset by repressing the button. I sometimes have to close down Content Manager, and then it works. It's the same if you have any problems with like pedals or like steering or anything like that. Sometimes it's just down to the fact that you just need to restart Content Manager. Just double check that all the bindings are still set. The G ratio, I'm not really sure. I think it's kind of long, like 3.2 or something. Yeah, just like rebind the key again, and then just try. That doesn't work. Try restarting Content Manager. High, quite high, yeah. I set it so that it's green, pretty much. Oh. Oh, this track is going to be terrible to spectate, I reckon, because everyone's going to be crashing. Cheers, thank you. I haven't been driving my best, to be honest. This track is not the most forgiving, to be honest. It's very, yeah, it's like, I don't know. It's probably going to be easy to qualify for people who can, like, make the track work. I suppose that's my only gripe with this track though. It is really cool though, and it is something different. Crash again. Hey Melissa, how's things? You don't like it? I think you either like it or dislike it. Obviously, like, but for me, it's not my favorite track, that's for sure. Hey Aiden, how are you? We'll drive the VDC car though more so than this. I don't plenty of time to drive this. Bit of frame drop too, which wasn't nice. Hello from Russia. Hello Alex, how are you? I know a few Russian words, but I think it's mostly like it's the same for like I think everyone knows those words to be honest. How are you so good? I don't know, I just practice a lot. I've stupid amount of hours playing video games or drifting video games. Everything seems blurry. I wonder if they have like motion blur or something on. When I turn really fast, or my eyes breaking me. It's asking me to save the changes into a file. Is this needed? God, why did you just pull out? Or was I not paying attention? Maybe that was my bad. I'll say that's my bad. I'm not really sure what you mean, buddy. I was watching on Twitch last day. My name was Allkeeps. Oh, right, okay. Hi, Aiden. How are you? Oh, what? So back to this. Asking me to save the changes into a file. Is this needed? No, you shouldn't have to. You shouldn't have to do anything like that. But then, like, when I said it, it was ages ago, so I'm not really sure. Unless you did a Steam integrity check, which... Yeah, sure. The latest versions of Content Manager have been acting weird, have they? Yeah. I don't know the latest one, alright. Don't know if that was a good idea or not. Like, oh my god, people just pulling out in front of you, in front of people. Then again, I don't blame them because I wouldn't pay attention either. Like, the latest version of Content Manager I have is 1.5036, whatever. The newest one that just came out recently. The one I had before that, I just noticed that recently my PC hasn't been running as well. Like, as good as it has usually. Okay, I'm never... Oh my god, how did I survive? Figured I would hit that. What would be the best way to mount an inverted pedal setup? I don't know, you'd probably have to make something up. Yeah, you'd have to make something up. If you're using Logitech stuff, like, you can't just turn them upside down, you have to take them all apart and just mount the pedals individually upside down. Like my pedals, they're inverted because there's a kit that inverts them. Park there. Come on, David. You can't just like pick who you decide to stop in the middle of the road. Keep forgetting these cars don't have much steering angle as well, I'm used to. But yeah, I suppose building a pedal box would be the best thing. Oh, look at this, a BMW. Well, at least twice. Hey Owen. Sugars. I'm doing good, on. How are you? Yeah, no problem, Reese. I think there's probably, I'm sure there'll be tutorials and stuff online on how people have done it their own way. Like my Fanatic ones, it came with a kit, so that allowed me to do it. So that's the only thing I can say about that. Phone is vibrating. So setups, any advice? These cars are so backwards. So like, there's DCGP setup, and then there's like every other car setup. Unfortunately, so DCGP, you kind of have to do some weird things to get them to get grip and stuff, which you really need in these cars, I find, because I drive like crap. But like, to be honest, with these cars, you don't really need to set up. Like, most people just do like, you know, tire pressures and stuff and gearing, and a lot of people do pretty well with them. Like, This is Carpatch. I'm saying it completely wrong. My god, a car really distracted me. Oh, oh. Hey Jojo, how are you? Oh. Why is my force feedback max though? This is so bizarre. Force feedback is in. Okay, we're driving S13. Like the one that was in front of me there. Where's my... Oh, there it is. That's why nothing was working. Oh, why? But... Oh my god. Oh yeah, I pressed the wrong key. That's why I opened up tab. Ooh. Right, let's chase this guy again. Goal. Yeah, I changed the sound on it. The RB just sounded terrible, I thought. Not make sense for my ears when I was driving it. Interesting track of struggling, slowing down too much, or locking up the fronts in the second to last corner. Yeah, it's a tricky track. I drove this a couple of seasons back on DCGP, finished top. I think it was a third place or something. Did I do better than that? Or did I finish second? Can't remember. But I hated this track. I fucking hate it. It's like, it's just the most pointless drift track ever. But you know what? It's for people who are able to figure it out and do kind of somewhat decent on it. It's nice and easy to drive on because it's like an easy event because people always make mistakes on it, which kind of is a bad drift event. Oh my god. Mad Dog Mossy finally making it into a stream. Oh. Need again, I suppose. Wasn't that nicest. It's like small plot. Yeah, yeah. We see that's DCGP for you. Like their walls are just horrible. VDC walls are so much nicer. stop handbraking there. Man, I cannot get that line in there right at all. I think I'm taking the wrong line. Forehand. Take the forehand. Oh. Let's try and get a bit. Weird frame drop for some reason. People probably joining and leaving. Off the track. Why would you park? Not a car park, man. Not a car park. Oh, there's a RAV4. Cars there on the left. You are saying the name right. Is that how much of a delay there is with Facebook? Is that how long Facebook is behind? Because I said that, I talked about that like 10 minutes ago, the patch. Okay, there we go, that's how you do it. Thank you for the follow, Ludubis. Sign-ups up for this? Yeah, they have actually, Pontus, and they've closed because I think it's full already. That's what someone else mentioned earlier, so I'm not really sure if that's true or not, or maybe it's probably true. No, do we chase or lead? These guys, the Spanish guys, seem to just... Ouch. Yeah, that's what was mentioned earlier. I'm not sure if that's actually yeah. Oh, cheers, thank you, Reese. You see, I'm not really sure what to do with Facebook now because a lot of people are moving from. What were you on before? You were on YouTube, was it? Yeah. Like, if people had to pick one streaming platform for me to stream on, would they like rather like Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch? Oh my God, there's a big. Oh wow. Appreciate the follow, man. Ouch. Oh right, okay, sorry, Jack. YouTube or Twitch, yeah, like Facebook is fine. See, the reason why I still stream to Facebook is simply because it's like out of all my social medias, it's got the biggest following. But like Facebook has been at the start when I started streaming on all three, Facebook was like the biggest viewership and Twitch was the lowest, so that like it'd have one or two on Twitch. But no, it's like, hang on, let me check. I can check. I think today is quite a kind of a quiet enough day. They have 26 between YouTube or Twitch, and YouTube has, out of the 26, it's got 14. So it's like half and half. Bad maths, but it's like half and half between YouTube and Twitch. Then I go to Facebook and I've got 5. Whereas before I usually would have like 20 something on Facebook and then a lot more on the YouTube, or yeah, whatever I was trying to say. But basically, like Twitch is now kind of getting more popular, and YouTube and Facebook kind of died off a small bit, but more so Facebook than YouTube. I just would have thought that Facebook, kind of getting new to the whole gaming live stream stuff, that they would push the live stream algorithm more or something. more viewers or whatever. Like I'm not really into this whole streaming stuff for money. Like, well, not yet anyway. But like, maybe down the line, but not right now. Very stuttery. Is it bad? Yeah. It could be my settings too, because like I can sometimes Facebook, right? So Facebook only takes 720p. Like I have two event logs. And it only allows you. So I'm recording at 1080p, streaming at 1080, but Facebook only takes 720. So I could change. I don't know if this is going to end the stream now. I hope it doesn't, but it should be okay. If I change the output, oh, I can't change the output right now. I think. No, I can't. But I can change it to like 720, and then YouTube gives out, or Facebook gives out less. Um, yeah, yeah, they should really like. Oh, it's just gonna start talking. I do apologize if you can hear me. No. Um. Uh. Yeah. Kind of a pity, like, because Facebook is completely died off. I prefer YouTube. It's probably easier to build a following on Twitch. I suppose it really depends, like, what your main content is, like, because my content on YouTube is like kind of regular. Same with Facebook. Facebook compared to YouTube is like Facebook. I have to like share the absolute crap out of it, whereas with Facebook or YouTube, I don't even have to do a thing. It just like gets its viewers and that's it, you know. Because originally I was just going to stream to Twitch, but then like it's kind of hard to get people from YouTube and Facebook over to do that. So you're just probably better off leaving for the time being, and then maybe look at that situation later down the line. Oh, nearly died. Lucky. Not a bad one. Like, I'd say if I went off right now, okay? So I don't believe anyone has shared the... Well, I'm probably wrong, actually. Shared Facebook, right? Got any shares? Can I check that? This is so broken Facebook is. It's so frustrating that way. But maybe it's because my page, the page I'm live streaming from is like a normal like athlete page. It's not a gamer page. Maybe that's why it's so weird. Um, so if I open up that page, or I have the new Facebook enabled, so it's really like buggy. If I go onto that page right now, I hope it doesn't start making sounds of. So it's got two shares. So thank you to the two people that shared it, Dean and someone else who chooses not to be seen. So like if I share that right now from my personal page, so I can share it now to my main page, right? So that'll probably come up as a notification. Right, so be it. Right, so you get to see where I'm sharing it, I suppose, or who I'm sharing it. Yeah, so apparently Alan Hines has started share the stream. Thank you very much, Alan Hines. I do appreciate the share. All the shares really do count. And then I can um share to a group. So I have a few groups I can share to. So Sim Racing Drifting Ireland, Better Car Certificate, to ours. There's just a few places that I could share it to. And then public experiment. So this is a public experiment. Let's see, does the viewership change? Does it change? See, Alan Hines has shared the stream again several times. Thank you very much, Alan Hines. I do appreciate you sharing the stream. Really, really do appreciate. And straight away up to 11. Right, let's try and get some more lead runs in. Okay. Crash. Not ideal. Oh, new drive. Thanks, guy. Favorite battle in DGX? Oh, whoops, hang on, hang on. I forgot to open chat. Where's my chat? There we go. Favorite battle in DGX, I suppose, versus Dwayne was quite good, actually. Oh my god! I've stopped getting so distracted. Yeah, I would say drifting against Dwayne McKeever in Punchestown was good. That was a good one. But anytime we've driven with Dwayne, we've always had great battles. Driving Dwayne's car in Mandela was quite fun too versus Jack, but I didn't really feel like that was a good event for me, even though we still finished second. Hmm? That would happen. Thank you for the follow, Drift Nathan. Who else have been following the stream? Do appreciate the support, people. Liking and sharing. Yeah, it just allows me to reach more people. What do you think of Dwayne's car? Dwayne's car was fun. Like, I'd never drove an RB powered car before up to that point. But it revved to like 8,000, or it revved to 9,000, but I never drove it at 9,000 RPM. It was first time driving a proper setup Wisefab 2, or Wisefab in general. No, it was second time driving Wisefab car, but it was the first time driving a proper setup S chassis Wisefab. So I got to experience 3 different style cars that weekend. My personal car, the Dwayne's car, which is that 900 horsepower RB28, which, like, that thing is hard to drive, man, but it's so fast. And then you've got, well, it's easy to drive, it's just a bit, you have to think ahead a small bit, unlike my 2J car. And then you've got my buddy Sean's SR20 powered 186, which I got to drive too. It's got hit. Thank you for the follow, God Squad. I'm missing out on notifications, people. I do apologize if I don't see it. Well, is the 2020 version of the track different to the public one? No. Not sure. I'm not sure, Jack. Not sure. Hey, Sideways, how are you, man? Up the hill we go. And oh, we thought we got away with that, but anyway. We got plenty of shares and follows coming in. I'm kind of missing them. Who am I missing? Try and catch him here. Jarno is now following. Thank you, guy. Oh my god, I've just crashed. Just so you know, guys, the people who've just joined on Facebook, I've got a Twitch and YouTube too if you prefer to go onto that stream. Facebook seems to be kind of weird today. Some people preferring watch on Twitch and YouTube. You can check me out there. Follow me. If you don't mind, please. YouTube, Alan Hines, and Facebook, or Twitch, Alan Hines. All the stream today, so doing some practice for DCGP, but probably do some VDC stuff, or maybe WDTS later. And hit left, right, and center. Oh, you're throwing some lines. Thanks, Papa. Chris, I am in a server. I'm in the DCGP server. I don't know how to pronounce it, I suppose. I only throw lines. Shoot. Bogan. Right, we'll just lead again then. Not the nicest of runs, but anyway. Thank God for teleport to pits. Hey T-Con, how are you? There's gonna be so many zeros in quality. Oh, it's gonna be ridiculous. That's why I don't like tracks like this. Like, I get why they're fun. Long outside zones are weird here, aren't they? Kinda, yeah. But I find that you can't really run the wall. Like, I'm so conscious of the wall, and the second you tap it, you're just, you're literally dead. It's frustrating, but not like VDC walls, fortunately. I think the cars are partly to blame though for that type of contact. I remember when I competed here on this track a few seasons ago at T-Con, like it was a bit of a shit show because like every second battle was crash. Then again, I think we've had a crash in the stream, did we? Okay, stream's still open or are they dead? The stream dead? I think Facebook just died, did it? Which is good. What's going on with Facebook? Oh, it's still running, I think. I think I just... Yeah, no, it's fine. I don't know why. I think it just got like a weird API bug. Weirdest track layout is weird. It's kind of fun, but I don't know. Yeah, I wouldn't be a fan of it. Battling here will be scary. It's very, very scary. FP is good. Yeah, yeah. Good. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. The same problem years ago at TCOM when we last competed here. The layout this year is a bit better for that because there's more outside zones. Like the first clipping zone is outside, or like mid-track, so it's a bit better for tandeming. More room. And so is the last two zones are also like outside as well, which is nice. Oh. Try and get a few chase laps in, but finding people to chase is being tough. To lower down this guy, see who's coming in to the following him like a Kevin Linehan is now following. Thanks, guy. Am I saying that right? Linehan? Spelling of Linehan, I'm used to. What are you using? It's called what is it? Sim P1 Dash, I think. You can get it in race department. You have to do a bit of coding though to get it to work. It's actually not that hard. I think Content Manager now kind of does most of the job for you. We may need to do a different skin of the dash, but it's kind of cool. Look, you can see like what lap time you've been setting. Just crashed badly there. Hey Kieran, how are you doing? Oh, okay, I'm gonna pass you out. I'll pass this guy out too. Someone's doing. Oh, I thought someone's reversed there. Eat again. Oh, and anyone to chase in a bit. Okay, that was a nice initiation. Up the corner there, a small bit. Transition. Up the hill we go. Oh, well, okay, just hit that then. The lampposts are literally the perfect example of a nightmare. Literally. Why would you park there? Of all places, then again, I'm not paying attention, so I can't really name. To get on for some fun sometime. Sure, man. Right, let's try chase someone. See if someone. This guy we will. I don't know what he's like. Ah, he's in the middle of the track. Oh, handbrake there is not a nice thing. Chase sometimes. Unexpected, should I say. wasn't that bad chase run. Could have got closer in places. It's just, it's kind of hard to chase people on it because you don't really know. There's like 8 different approaches to like doing the run. So like, I suppose when you're chasing, in reality, you'd rather, you know, people to be like, not use the handbrake in places you don't expect it to, and all that. But it's kind of hard to assume that with this particular layout. What handbrake am I using? I'm using like there, I handbrake there when I shouldn't have. I'm using a custom one, so it's made it myself like 6 years ago out of parts I had lying around the place. So it's out of a pedal. Ugh! It's made out of a clutch pedal, an old clutch pedal, Fanatec one. So it's a potentiometer, and then it's got a stronger spring on it, so I can pull. If you watch the yellow bar above my head, so it's above that view. I think it's that. You can see the yellow bar. I can half pull it, locks. Half pull it, well, half pull it and half locks. Oh shit. This track's so hard. One part is short gears and then the rest is long gears. Struggling to find a good setup. Yeah, I find the track would actually be better if it was going the other way around. It's literally a lottery, yeah. I'm not really sure what some people are going to do, but maybe that adds to it too, 'cause it's going to cause some upsets, I suppose. Gonna hit the wall, am I? Oh, I got away with it. I was going to hit it for a second. Don't even feel like I was that close to him. You can say sorry to Ready92. Yeah, to be honest, I don't even apologize anymore. It's not like I feel like if I cause an accident, I think people kind of assume like that you apologize for it. It's just when I'm Twitch, when I'm like live streaming stuff, I just don't even think about it. So my bad if I forget. Did you register yourself for it? Yeah, I did. I did. I did, Nico. My handbrake's just a flight stick. That's probably like one of the best things to do, I suppose. Someone was asking earlier about the eBay handbrakes. I don't know if there's anyone has any experience with the ones you can get on eBay. Those handbrakes you can buy. They're like £80 or something like that with the table clamp. Oh! What's your PC specs? If you follow me on Twitch, you can see my specs down on the cards. I think it's like a AMD 2600, MSI motherboard, 2 GTX 970s and SLI, like liquid cooler, 2 SSDs, 16 gigs of RAM. It's just it's a decent-ish computer. It's nothing crazy. Am I still chasing? Oh my god! Tire pressure is 33. 33 and a third Irish trees. Maybe a handbrake works well, but it fucks up my Trustmaster drivers. Really? That's kind of weird. Is that like one of those Arduino board ones? I assume it's the ones you can buy on eBay or Amazon and stuff. Or you can buy in AliExpress and even Wish, I suppose. Slow my speed up for the hill. Oh my god! See you, Nathan. Bye bye. Okay, nice. I did 2. That's my first DCGP attempt. We'll see how that goes. Oh man, wish you the best of luck, Nico. Like, DCGP is going to be tough. Like, this event is going to be hard track. Isn't 33 too much? You meant 13? Nope. Not an AC. AC is so like in real life you go like lower the tire pressure the better, but in AC you want to get the pressure to be even across all the tires or the full width of the tire, which is like another logic for setting up tire pressure. It's just how AC works. It prioritizes optimal tire pressure than um, friction, I suppose. Oh my god. So generally, in all cars on AC with tires, like figuring out what is the optimal tire pressure for that tire is the best thing to do. The best thing to do is to like set your tire pressure until the tire gauge shows that it's green, and then you know that's the best tire pressure or the most amount of grip for the tire. Now I could be completely wrong. Maybe some other mods are different. I know for VDC, I'm gonna apologize to that guy. VDC it's like 18 for the tires that we use, but then that's because the tires have been designed for 18 psi, if that makes sense. For DCGP though, it's like 33 hot, or like when the tire blankets are on, and it's like 25 without. What? Yeah, no, that's really weird, man. I, I don't really like default for drifting though. Like I have, so my settings for my Thrustmaster are like 60 because I have a T500. Don't want to any more. Don't need it any stronger force feedback. I'm not gonna chase him. Is 60, 100, 100, 0, 0. That's my settings, and it's quite good. I find. I didn't really like it when I had the spring and the damper turned on because the steering wheel heats up way faster and it loses force feedback a lot faster. That's with the T500. With the T300 or TX, something that might be different. Any setup recommended for this track in DCGP cars? No, nothing really, to be honest. Just tire pressure and gearing. Like, you can see I have quite long gears because I'm only in second gear, but I'll probably end up changing that closer to the event. Oh, that was really distracting. Oh, you've TS 65% and 100% default, so it's good. Oh yeah. Third. Thanks for the follow, James. I used to do it all in third, but fuck yours. Yeah, you're not really going to gain much speed by changing the gears, to be honest. That is set up. Luca, thank you for the follow. Like, I think when it comes to the uphill stuff, like what I would say is pay attention to the guy. Like when you're watching a live stream or something, pay attention to like the guys who are qualifying first and doing really good in the competition, and just pay attention to like how low their car is and how much camber and stuff that they have, and you'll notice quite quickly what people are doing, which only works on DCGP cars because they're actually kind of broken because of that. I don't want to say it out because like it ruins the secret, but yeah, that's what you kind of have to do. God. Might join the VDC server. I don't know so many people on the VD at the moment. See, have you done a video stream how to tune cars? No, I haven't. So I do plan on doing a video on it. I've been asked many times. It's just like my knowledge on it isn't exactly fact. Does that make sense? Like I wouldn't be able to describe every single situation, which some people want, and it's like it's kind of I'm not that technical minded when it comes to setup. Like I make a change and I don't sometimes don't really notice if it's made a difference or not. But then I probably do look into it a lot more than what I should, if for lack of knowledge that I have. So been kind of slow to make one because I don't really know how to approach it. Fine if we're not going to need. Is it hard to figure out good setup with DCGP cars? Of course it is. Just start playing with the setups, but still. Yeah, I think the problem with them is that like you would think in real life that oh having the tires as flat as possible on the surface, the best. But you kind of have to think opposite with DCGP, which is frustrating, unfortunately. Oh, second gear, I'm not even paying attention. Concentration phase. Yeah, it is very weird. Very, very weird. I thought they had fixed that bug for this season, but they haven't. Have you drifted IRL? Yes, I have. I compete in real life. All the trophies you see behind me are all my trophies that I've earned over the years. How close? These cars, these GP cars are kind of, they're like, they're okay compared to real life. WDTS, like World Drift Tour Street, are quite close. VDC is quite there as well. Ah, fuck it. What car do I drive? I've 2JZ powered Nissan S14. Team Project Academy. You might have seen a green car. Beat in Ireland, the UK. We've competed in Oman at the start of this year. I've got a FD Pro 1 license. Hang on, let me show you. I don't think everyone has seen it. So I have to get up and get it. So one season I finished third in Ireland in the Pro class, which is like top class where everyone competes in. I'm sorry, I'm flexing. I do apologize, I am flexing. But I got this guy. What's this guy with the camera? So I have one of these guys, 2019 Formula Drift Pro license holder. So I have a Pro license, so I compete. So I can compete in Formula D Pro 1 if I wanted. If I had the money. I don't have the money. I can compete in Drift Masters. So and I have competed in Drift Masters actually. I've done 2 events. That's the door of my car. Door that has lots of tire marks. Uh, you got a JZ, a Z30 Sora with a 1J. We have one too, actually. It's not my car. It's like the team's car. Team Pro Drift Academy. So Pro Drift Academy is a drift school based in Dubai and the UK, in Birmingham. We've got so my S14 is the pro car. That's my personal car. And then we've got a Z30, the JZ30 1J Soarer, which is going to be used as like a team car, like a spare car slash demo car. We haven't really done any work on that, but I have a vlog on my YouTube channel of us picking that up from a friend of ours who was storing. Me and my buddy, team manager Richie, picked that up together. That was a fun vlog. So we've got one of those cars too. I think we've got a few 350Zs. They're not mine. I don't own any of them, but they are like training cars and stuff. I might as well show. Server's dead all of a sudden. Yeah, yeah. It's called we stole the Prototype Academy Soarer or something like that because it's an actual Soarer. We have to break into it, literally break into it, get it. Like we own it, but yeah, it's just how things were. So I'll hang on. Let me show. It's the wrong thing. That's VDC stuff. Here's the. So this is my car in Assetto. So this is what my S14 in real life looks like, but in Assetto. So see, it's S14. It's a Zenki. Full Origin Lab body kit. Legit, not a fake one. Legit one. Team Project Academy. You should check them out, guys. Link ECU. Drift 2 Motorsports, who helps us supply Origin Lab. Extreme Clutch. Group D. D-Tour tires. D-Tours. That's my car. That's my car in Assetto. It's private at the moment. It's still being worked on. My dad is an M4 with compact. Do you think I can drift that? Yeah, of course. M4s, easy. Wait, so this is your idle car scan and texture. Yeah, pretty much. It just looks identical to this. The only difference between my car is the interior is not right, so I'm waiting on that to be finished. And it does have a rear spoiler, which is not shown here. But like, even as far as the rear tube frame, the radiator, everything is the same-ish. Like even the intercooler and oil cooler setup here up front, like the brakes. Well, the brakes are slightly different, but they're close enough. I don't have X's on my headlights. That was something I was experimenting with. I was thinking about doing it. I think that looks kind of cool. Why? I think it's kind of cool. I don't know. Maybe you guys tell me. I don't know. X as headlights is a good idea. Anyway, that was just me experimenting with it. So yeah, that's my car. Then for VDC, so I do compete in VDC 370. Lines. There we go. So this is my VDC car, Virtual Drift Championship. So if you guys have heard of VDC, you might have seen this. This is my 370Z that I use to compete that. Ideally, I'd like to have one of these in real life with the same body kit, but the same body kit is like $20,000 or something. No, I don't. I don't own this one in real life. This one is it's like if I had $5 million, okay, it wouldn't cost that much. If I had a really good budget and stuff, this is what I would build or try to anyway with a VR38. The wing is nuts. Yes, the wing is crazy. One thing. So with DCGP, I just type. Okay, should go DCGP. Sound. Okay, so then for DCGP, I do have an S13. This is not my. This is my competition car for DCGP. It's an S13. So if we had an S13, this is what it would look like. But the skin is not finished. Like, look how bad it is. Look how bad the skin is. Like, it just stops. I need to go off and spend time on it. I just had to get something together quickly. So you could, yeah, the dinners and stuff you could eat, like the lunches and everything, is crazy. Let's check out VDC. Are the guys driving on VDC? Why ACTR? That's a new drift championship, is it? Surprised. I have the newest cars. I don't. No, there's no one on it, so I can't go practice. Can you join? What, VDC? Yeah, the Wang is ridiculous. Um, I'm missing things here now. What power does the S14? I've always wondered. The real car has 550 crank horsepower. Uh, which one you want to join does? Because DCGP, you just have to pay €3 and then you can join whenever. VDC, you need to go through Bushido style. So Bushido style is another competition on Aceto. Go through that. What do you think, guys? Should we do some? I feel like doing some WDTS. Or is there any DWG servers on? Driftwish Garage, has anyone tried them? Oh, there's a server on. Should we do this? Has anyone driven these cars yet? How have you guys liked them? Try driving S13, maybe? Do one of these, shall we? Some e-hand stuff. Okay, I need to change my shifter because it's sequential mode. This game is Bash server. Oh, dude, I'm sick of Mondello. I don't want to drive that track again. Not until real life. VDC, you need to go through. You need to go through. To get into VDC, you need to go through Bushido, which is a license. To get a license. So I think the top 20 in the championship get a license. So you have to do a full season of Bushido, which is like a pro-am, and then you can get a VDC license. But I'm pretty sure VDC, after the season of this weekend ends, they're doing like a few open events, and they'll be throwing out some licenses in. So you guys should check out the VDC page. All of it seem pretty easy to drift overall, but I didn't try any of them. They're very like handle buddies, but I think they just feel more like they actually feel better, to be honest. Uh, um, do you prefer DWG cars? Oh my god, I can say it. DWG or WDTS? I still like WDTS more. I don't know what it is about them. I just prefer them. I just think they are just a nicer mod, to be honest. I think they feel better, like suit my driving style and stuff. But yeah, I agree, Billy. I haven't really found like there is some weird quirks with WDT cars. It's just that uh, they are like a little bit harder to use than previous times, but they are quite nice. How do you get sequential shift to work on a set? All cars only work H pattern for me. So if I like these cars, I have to use H pattern. That's why I'm swapping to it. Um, well, actually, do you know what it is? Hang on, I think I can show you before even I join a server. Just give it a second while I join. Now let me go to desktop for a second. Content manager. It's actually very easy. Just go to settings. You go when you're here under buttons and controls, just untick use H shifter, and now you have to use sequential. You have to have the gears set up. You say use H shifter, then it overrides these. That's all that does. Kuma cars are okay too as street cars, but need a lot more tuning. I've never tried a Kuma, so there's a lot of cars I haven't actually tried, to be honest. But like, yeah, I didn't take that. That would explain. Yeah, yeah. Have you tried DCGP cars for control? Nope. I don't even want to try. Thank you for the follow. I suppose lazy sideways. Thank you for the follow, Sean. Who else have you got? Franco with a follow. Thank you. Shit, the follow, guys. I'm almost certain I'm missing a lot more. Okay, okay. This got tire pressure really high. I'm gonna lower down the tire pressures. We'll go slow. So I haven't actually put any setup on these cars yet, and to be honest, I'm just gonna straight to Kenda's because Why do you start in second gear on the S14? Fairly new to all the drifting crack in real life. So my S14. Oh my god, look at the gauges in this car. Sorry, I got distracted. The S14 has a BMW gearbox, so it's really short ratios. It's actually from a diesel, and because diesel BMWs in real life, or diesel BMWs in general, um, have like a really long final drive, I have to run longest final drive I could run in my car is like a 3.6 or like 3.7. So I just start in second gear. Oh my god, this SR sounds nice. This thing is dead. Oh, that's because I got 80% boost. Super crashed. Stream is lagging. Why is it lagging? Skipping frames. I don't understand why it is skipping frames all of a sudden. Is it still lagging on Facebook? Because I'm getting like 100 frames right now myself. Smooth now. That's weird. Yeah, it's fine on Twitch and YouTube. Facebook is weird when it comes to live streaming sometimes. Or Facebook, sorry. Did I say Facebook or Twitch? I think I meant to say Facebook anyway. Damn, this thing is grippy. Bombing up badly because it's so low. Or is this the sound of a Evo? Sounds like an Evo. I know Smiths sound like an SR20, but it's like I feel like I've heard this sound before on an Evo. An AC that is. Oh, cap. What are we looking at? Let me see some comments here. How much FOV do you use? I use 60. 60. Is focus on a different. Oh, that's probably that makes sense, Mossy. To be honest, because I'd say that was the case. I'd say I clicked off AC, you know, I clicked on Streamlabs or whatever. Actually, 1 second. Ah, it's from the Evo Screamer Pipe mod. Yeah, that makes sense. Why don't you get a VR? I legit do not have the money to. Like, I'd rather. So, like, I drive. I compete in real life as well, and so I'd rather just spend the money on the real car, which I think people can make like can accept because like or can make sense of. I would get VR. I'd get triple screens, but I'd probably upgrade my steering wheel first before I get any of that stuff. Actually, I don't know. I don't think I would. I think I'd actually get that stuff first before upgrading my wheel. It is nearly dying, so I was like, I don't know. See. Actually, I'm gonna change some camber. Why I can't run. Um, big adjustments in tow. Does James Dean sim drift? Yes, he does. He does. He has one. Sim stuff is money is a money drain. Yeah, it's mental. But to be honest, real cars it's even worse. Real cars, yeah, it's a lot worse. I'm just gonna go on the less grippier tires. I like the grippier tires more, but this car is a bit underpowered. Doesn't really have the torque. The best for so G29 is okay. The T500 is way better. The T300 is probably like the best bang for buck. Like anyone that joins AC nowadays, I just tell them you can afford it, get a T300 because you won't regret it. It's like you just buy once and you kind of forget about it. You know what I'm saying? But if you have the money to buy like a Fanatic or like a direct drive or something, just buy it. You know, it's just kind of what you're kind of looking for and how much you're willing to spend. Doing it again, is it? Why is it doing that? Is it my computer? Is it better now again? Well, I suppose it's kind of hard for you guys to tell, isn't it? Well, to be fair, I do have quite a few tabs open, so I should close them down anyway. We got a new follower. Any better? Oh, it's Alana. Hey, Alana, how are you doing? Or like the stream, should I say? Is it any better? Oh, it's still lagging. What's going on, people? Can you drift real life in 3 FPS? I'm actually not getting any frame drop. It's the stream that's doing it, Jerry. But I can't drift in real life with 3 frames per second. My eyes see way more see way more frames than that. Like you can actually see my frame counts down here in the bottom left, and it's like 100. It is what it is. That's true. That an S15, it is. Is it any better? No, it's why why is it acting all weird? What's my computer doing? It's not really doing much, to be honest. Like your usage and memory, it's fine. I don't know why it's so might be internet. My ping is 22. Ping is up here as 22. Well, in this server it's 22, but it should be fine. Is it just Facebook? Is people on are people on Twitch and YouTube okay? Oh, so it's on Twitch as well. So it's on all streams. Well, okay, so it's coming from my end then. It's not actually let's go. Okay, hang on. Let's go to Facecam. Okay, hey Facecam, woohoo! And then we'll go back to it's a different camera. I think um I don't know why Twitch just okay. Facebook has now just decided to regurgitate the whole chat back into the streaming again. Thank you very much, Facebook. I do appreciate that. It does that from time to time. YouTube is lagging too. Yeah, that's very weird. What's the best drifter you faced in competition? James Dean. I've battled him before a couple of years ago. Did some practice with him in. Uh, I'm not sure what's going on. Like frame rates, it should be good. I don't understand why it's so laggy. No, it's nothing to do with Game Face, Lana. Okay, it's running better now. I don't know what's going on, folks. I don't know why it's so weird. It was doing it on all it was doing it on all of them. It's like as if Streamlabs had just had like a moment there for a second. The G29 with a lot isn't too bad, I think. Let me know, people, if it gets twitchy like that again. Twitchy, haha. Um, let me know, because I'm not really sure. It shouldn't really be acting like that. Okay, it's acting weird now again. Right, okay. Just gonna Alt Enter. That might fix. Let's drive here for a second so that it can actually. Okay, that's better now again. Yeah, it's just I don't know. It's just acting weird. I think I need to restart AC. I think that's the problem. Because I just pressed Alt Enter there when I was in AC and it's fixed the problem. Seems to be running smoother. Oh no, it's not. It's still stuttering away. This is very annoying. I've never had this issue before. Ah, this is unwatchable for you guys. It's random, yeah, it's random. Very random. I wonder is my Streamlabs just not. You cry. The frame rates are terrible, Dennis. Oh, it makes me cry too. Frame rates are horrible. I don't know why it's doing it. I've game selected. I cry ever, Jim. That's like one of my favorite videos of all time. Maybe try drop one stream, see if it's the bandwidth. It could be that. It could be the bandwidth, but I've one gig upload or download. Sorry. Well, that makes a difference. I have 100 meg upload. No for FPS. Oh, like this if you cry ever, Jim. Uh, sense why it's doing this for me. See ya, Papa. Yeah, we might try. Let's try a different mod because I'm not getting any frame drop. Like I'm getting a consistent 100 frames per second. So maybe it's just like an AC thing or like because it's on all three of them. But then that suggests that it's like bandwidth. Ah, live streaming, guys. Maybe I should just stick to one platform. Let's try and join an online one of these servers. Okay, there's a lot of people in that. That'd be a great test, wouldn't it? Unless maybe something to do with one of my graphics cards. One of my graphics cards is dying. Sick of driving on playground, but lols. High CPU usage. So maybe I do have high CPU usage, which is unusual because I've only 33% CPU usage, so I'm not really sure what is given. Not really sure what's going. Right. Okay, we're now trying WDTS cards. Let's see if this works any better. Still in here. That's not fair. I live in Dublin. I only get 500 down, 50 up. I get 1,000 down and I get 100 up. PSI for WDTS. Well, not this one. Okay, hang on. Let me use that. Okay, it's running smooth already. I don't know. That's very weird. It must be just that track or car or something. Tire pressure 28 maybe, but this has tire blankets, so cold is 30, hot is 38. I don't want it 38 psi when I'm driving, so I'm just gonna lower it down. It's 28 cold, 28 hot because they have tire blankets between getting 4 laps and 10 laps. Is it whenever you tab out or nah? So try not to, I guess. No, it's definitely it's something to do when tabbing out, alright, for sure. But then like it makes no sense because I usually click back on AC again so that I can actually look left and right and stuff, and it's not actually making any difference. But like it seems to be way smoother now. Yeah, boost is now low for some reason. Yeah, tire blankets are like they pre-warm the tires so you don't have to warm up, which for us drifters doesn't really, yeah, it's not really a benefit. By turning it off, though, it means we can get longer out of the tires, don't overheat as quickly. But then the pro is that when you drive, you have maximum grip straight away. In theory, pretty much maximum grip. Thank you for the follow, Gabrielle. The client side, is it laggy now? Looks to be pretty decent now, even on Facebook when I'm watching it. Yeah, it seems to be quite smooth on Facebook now. To be fair though, I did have all the streams open in Chrome tabs, just with the sound muted, so maybe the CPU usage with that alone had used it, but I'm pretty sure I turned it off earlier. Drift Playground, this is Lana's favourite track. Yeah, that's perfect now. Yeah, it just must have been something to do with that track, or maybe AC was just using weird amounts of like CPU or something that Streamlabs just didn't like it. Alright, let's try and find some people to chase. Like my frame rates are still 100, like, so definitely wasn't mine. Well, it might have been. Well, it's definitely my side. I don't think it was. You drive a damper option on in Content Manager? I do actually. I have it turned off. So I enable it and then I turn it off completely. As you can see, I don't even have to like make the steering wheel turn. It just transitions for itself. Then again, I do follow the steering wheel with my hands. That's just my driving style, I suppose. It's turned on, but it's turned off. It's set to 0. Because default, I'm pretty sure it's just set to 100, even if you tick it or untick it. Danny, I think you just go to settings and you can like, you can adjust the force feedback and stuff. Just have to like Google what wheel you have and then like what settings. Just Google the make of wheel that you have and then state what settings you're looking for. Yeah, like it's like the experimental feature is turned on, but I've just turned the damper to 0. Like I can show you what you mean if you're still confused. What I mean. I use 900. I can run 1080, but 1080 in AC is actually not very good. Like it doesn't feel that nice for drifting. What's wrong is like because the cars are designed for 900 degrees, at 1080 degrees, AC doesn't really like translate 900 to 1080 very good, so the car feels weird at times. So I just set it to 900 and it feels perfect. Then again, if a car is designed at like 1080 degrees, then you should use 1080 degrees with it. Like that's what I kind of mean. It's also like running lower rotation on cars is not a good idea either because it makes the steering very like tight and like, oh my god, like as if it's got really high force feedback because it's trying to do some weird calculation. I don't know what they've done wrong, but it just doesn't feel good half the time. Marked the V and you just 0 by 100%. Let me show you. Let me show you. I'm just gonna alt tab here. Well, I don't have to alt tab. Content manager. Maybe I had content manager open in the background. Maybe that's why it was acting weird. I'll show you very quickly. So what I do, go settings. I'm in controls. I go to force feedback. I click unlock experimental options. And you're right, my damper is set to 100. Why is it set to 100? So usually I don't have it set to 100. I usually set it to 0. I don't know why it's actually at 100. All right, that's my bad. Maybe some custom shaders patch. Maybe custom shaders patch set it to, but that's very bizarre. Yeah, I don't run the VDC pack settings. I run my own because I have T500, so it's different to the T300. Why? I don't understand why that was set to 100. I've always set that to 0. Bizarre. I just let me reconnect quickly to make sure that that takes place. But watch out, you might got used to that option. To be honest, the steering has felt quite weirdly heavy, so um, I'm kind of half betting that the reasoning is set to 0. Hasn't been set. Well, then fair enough. It's set to 100. Oh no, yeah, it's set to 0. Never mind, ignore me. I'll try join it again to see what's like to steer. I like the settings profile name. What's it called? I think it's called like shithead or something. I don't know. I didn't catch that. Me copy pasta. Yeah, it's just shit. Oh, dude. Terrible C names. Yay, the steering's actually quite light now. Why is it always on a 20% boost? Oh, there we go. That feels way better. It actually feels like a car now. I don't know why I didn't notice that before. It's very weird. It's not going to kill my steering wheel either, which is nice. Okay, hang on. I just realized. There we go. No lag shit now. Why do I run this view? Some people ask. I don't even think you need to run it. Maybe with the T300 you don't need to, but with T500, I have to run it. Yeah, I did mention earlier why it was so high, and or why it felt so heavy. So I kept turning it down, and it still felt really heavy because I was watching the clip app there above my head. You know where you can see if your steering wheel is clipping, and as you can see, it's not even clipping now. That's good to find that out, because I have VDC this weekend, and I would have been wondering why the car feels weird. Must have been because I updated Content Manager though, or like Custom Shaders patch, because I don't see why I would have set it to that. Unless I set it to that accidentally. Oh my god, come on car. Catch up to Andrew here. ES13. Cut across the grass. Yeah, lap. Bus. We saved your VDC performance. Oh, that's the difference between New Zealand. Sorry, Andrew. On your pedals HUD, I don't have the handbrake bar. You need a custom shaders patch to enable it. I think it's in one of the settings. I feel like self-steering was better with gyro. I tried gyro before and I didn't really like it. Then again, that was with the older rim, the older steering wheel, like the smaller one. Since I've gotten the bigger one, I have changed my 4C back again, and I haven't really tried some certain things like the gyro. Some people say to run gyro, and I tried it and I didn't like it. I felt it made the steering heavy and just made it a little weird to use sometimes. What is the server? I think it's called OTM, no, OLOC Drift WDTS, something like that. I can check the name in a second. I have to get new tires. It's on Playground anyway, so if you type in Playground, you should find it. Or if you type in, actually, this is a cool one. If you type in car space WDTS and disable missing, you can actually find all servers that have those particular cars you're searching for, which is kind of cool. I mean, it's up to you, Jack. Like, if you want to run the, oh yeah, sorry, yeah, I thought I was mentioning to do with the gyro. But yeah, no, the handbrake thing is nice to have, especially for you guys on stream. Like, you can kind of see my steering input on above my head. I don't know if it's my camera is overriding it. I've messed with my setup, live stream setup so much recently. I think stuff is all over the place. It looks good. Cheers, thank Mecca. Oh, thank you for the follow, Yaronis. Three-car train going here. I see at the moment. Oh, he's over-rotated a small bit. Thank you for the follow, Scottish. JDM Meow. Thank you for the follow also. I'm burning the tires out of it. Probably. Let's change a bit more. Let's try and get a good chase lap here. Oh, he hit the wall. Oh, big crash. Oh, come on, car. So dead. What was the server name again? I think it was Olock something. Olock WDTS. Meant to check it there when I went back to pits and I forgot. I've... Yeah, it's probably a bit lower grip than usual. But the camber as well doesn't help because I think... So like, how AC works when it comes to surface. It like... What you're driving on is not actually what you're driving on. You're driving on a different like surface in most situations. Most AC tracks. But because this is like not enough quality in the road surface, it's like driving through potholes. Maybe someone who designs tracks at a higher level would understand. Azure Dreams Drift server is their server. Hey, Victus. Oh, Victus is using controller. He's hard to chase. Very slow. Still somehow chasing him. Oh, it's Azure Dreams. Oh, okay. I thought it was on Olock. Hang on, let me check. You look and see him. I thought it was in some other server. I'm wrong, so. Got a person chasing us. Oh, it's hit me. I started carrying way more angle than what it was beforehand. Now I'm crashing a lot more. Actually, might as well check it. Any handbrake recommendation? When it comes to handbrakes, you don't actually have that many, but the cheapest one I think is Joystick. Yeah, it's Azure Street Dreams. Oh, how did I not spot that? I'm so blind. So I'm in Azure Street Dreams. That's what it's called. Azure. Azure, just like what was mentioned in chat earlier by Scottish. Handbrake recommendations. Sorry, I got distracted there. Joystick, that's one of them. Flight joystick, you can get them quite cheap. Spend like 15 euros to like 30 or 40 or 50. Easy to mount to, you can just like tape to your desk or something. Then you've got eBay handbrakes, so you can buy them on eBay. They're based off like a real handbrake, and they just swap out the internals for like a switch or a potentiometer or whatever one you decide to buy. And you can clamp them to the table. Now, I don't know what they're like. I don't know if they're reliable. I've never used one. I've never tried one. So I can't really give my 2 cents on one. Your other options then are Fanatec and Trustmaster. They have handbrakes as well, but they're between like 150 euros and like 200. But then you can make your own too. So there's some videos online show you how to make handbrakes, and you can spend like 50 quid. You could buy like an Arduino board if you like DIY stuff. I thought AC doesn't accept analog inputs for handbrake anyway. Is that true? No, it's false. That's false. You can't accept it. My handbrake is analog, so it's like a potentiometer. So if you look at my handbrake, look, I can actually half quarter pull it. So I'm like half pulling it right now, or 3/4 pulling it. It still somewhat locks. It's just pointless. Like if you think about it, like when you're using a handbrake while drifting, you just want it to lock. So even though mine's analog, I've just kind of set it so that once it starts to be pulled, it just locks like 100% because it makes no sense. My handbrake at the moment is custom. I've used I got a clutch pedal. Well, I had a clutch pedal from another pedal set that was broken, and my pedals, my CSR Elites, they're really old. They're like discontinued. You can't buy them anymore. But I found out when I opened them up that you can take another like potentiometer board, and it's actually labeled handbrake. That's how funny it is. So like, Fanatec had planned to make a handbrake like back in 2011, I suspect. Like that's how long they've been planning this, because there's a slot on the board that says handbrake. So literally soldered to that and wired in my potentiometer, and the pedals actually have the firmware built in for a handbrake, like a second pedal, or like, sorry, a fourth pedal. So essentially this handbrake is a fourth pedal, but I've just set it to handbrake analog in setup. Hey, keep. See you later, man. Hey, Utes. Say goodbye. I say hello. I want to chase all the time. I might be back though. All good. See you soon. Hopefully. Oh. There's only so many times you can do playground before you get bored of it. I've done like, how long have I been in here? How many laps have I done? I can't tell how many laps I've done, but I've done a few laps and I'm already bored of it. I was about to say myself, yeah. I used to play this track back in R Factor, so even when it came to AC, I just never played it anyway. What's your position in VDC? I think I'm 4th currently. I missed 3 events because I was competing in Oman the start of the year in real life, and so I missed a few events, so lost a load of championship points, like 300 points, because I just didn't attend. Wasn't able to. Well, it was one of them I was able to do. We had set up and everything, set up in Dubai, but we couldn't join a server for qualifying, so I missed it. So. You might need more RAM than that. Oh my god. You might need more RAM with that. Like 12 gig, I think 12 gigs of RAM might be the safest. There's been times, even with 16, I kind of struggled because AC likes to use a lot when there's a lot of cars on the server. So there was times I used up as far as like, I think I've used up to 7 gigs of RAM at times. Our server crashed. Oh my god. It was on my internet maybe. I wish you could play with this time, but it's too loud. Trust the alternate 27. Yeah, G27. Old Logitechs, they're quite loud, in fairness. Is the server dying, or is it me that's dying, or what? Why is there cars flying around the place? Come on, car. I want to chase someone. I don't want to keep leading all the time. It's pointless just streaming and just to lead the whole time. So if we find someone to chase. There's Wanted. Let's see if we can catch up to him. I'm getting frame drops now again. I think it's people joining and leaving the whole time. Is the stream able to see it? You guys seen any frame drops? It's for Giappino, Estonia. He's doing some nice lines. Actually hit him there. Oh, jeez. Sorry, dude. But had people, heaps of people. Heaps of people lagging. Yeah, it's kind of weird. It's like as if the server is because there's too many people on it, and so it's losing. The ping's not increasing for me, which is odd. The server. Daig or Dean? Dean. Daigo will beat Dean. It's just he'll have to use a better car than James. I think James would beat him. James would beat him in Europe. Hang on, but I say that, but I've watched him drive like European style layouts in Oman, and he's actually able to drive. It's just kind of loses. Daigo kind of like loses like what he should do. You know what I'm saying? He kind of forgets that he's trying to keep the judges happy, not try and like get away from everyone. So he kind of does that. But he doesn't really like, not really the easiest to chase, which doesn't work in his favor. But maybe he might change that style when he's in FD this year. Well, that's if anything happens. This guy's doing nice big snappy transitions. It's fun to chase actually. Is he on a direct drive or something? Oh my god. The S15, I'm sorry. I think it was Scottish. I think he was driving S15 earlier. I really need to get my own server set up so I can do like... Oh, sorry. But actually that wasn't really my fault. That wasn't really my fault. Not even using the clutch to take off. Sorry for the whole thing. You felt sorry for the clutch. But yeah, I need to set up my own server and stuff so that I can like use the cars. Maybe even do some big huge like bashes and stuff. Good stuff, Jaron. That was nice lead runs, man. Good stuff. Like your snappy transitions. Big angle to big angle. I think my steering wheel's a bit slow to do that, to be honest. Blame the equipment, guys, not your ability. That's what you should always do. Makes you feel way better about yourself. Oh my god. See if to stop now. All good, Jaron. All good, man. Thanks for the lead runs, though. It was good fun. They're not had to set up, so don't cost much if you pay for one. Yeah, but my upload speed is probably good to host one myself, like off my own computer. But then obviously I risk getting DDoS and whatever, blah 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 blah. But so yeah, I might look into it. I definitely should, because like, sure there'll be people who would rather that, like set up their own stuff than to be hopping between servers all the time, because it is annoying. Because like, there's no point in me drifting by myself, because that would be boring. But it would be kind of fun if you could have like a community server or something, you know? People join whenever they want. Do actually decent tracks and try and get some driving inside her all the time. Because right now there's like lots of different communities. So that you'd have one big community. Let's say you'd have VDC. And so like I know everyone in VDC really well. And within the VDC community, there's like 5 or 6 different communities themselves. So it's kind of, God, this guy. I'm sorry, dude. If you're on a controller, like you have to let people pass. He's trying. He's doing a good job, though. In fairness, it's just very hard to chase or pass on this track, especially. How am I able to drift behind this guy? I'm. Okay. Then the X90 behind me crashes into him. So €5, yeah. I'd have to look into it and see, because if like the servers, like if it's easier for me to host one myself, because like I can host a server off my connection, like it's fast enough, then I could have like a 30 or 40 slot server, and we could have huge like bash events and stuff, proper ones, not ones that are on like using crappy cars and stuff. Like I don't know. I think it'll be better. Because I do have a Discord community, so people can join it. But I'm open to ideas like when it comes to Discord, what to have inside it and stuff, and I'm still like adding things to it all the time. Oh crap. Obviously if I host the server off my own PC, then like I turn my PC off at night, then it's not gonna host it anymore, so it's like be taken down every now and then, so that's one of the disadvantages, I suppose. €5, that's not too bad. But it just depends on how many slots it allows, doesn't it? Be chaos. It would be, but I seen the Brazilian community, so like Brazilian YouTuber, his name is Adriel. I don't know, I can't think of his second name. But he does a lot of his content in like Brazilian, or all of his content's in Brazilian. But they have a huge community of players, probably nearly 1,000. And they had like a massive like train session like on Mihan, and they had like 30 cars. See ya, Rye, Reese. Where can I find a link to your Discord? You can, if you go into my Twitch channel, or actually, if you're on YouTube, you can do !Discord. That should work. Oh my god, tires are dead. You can do !Discord. Hang on, maybe I don't know if it works on YouTube. I actually haven't tried. I'm actually. I think Nightbot didn't. Does he say something? Does Nightbot say hello? If not, you can do it on Twitch and it works there. Looks like Nightbot is not working on YouTube. Oh, he does. Nightbot responds. So that's my Discord. You can join that. I should really post all the commands and stuff that you can do. Don't know if that links really works. I should double check that. But anyway, you can join that, and then that's my Discord. Chat, where are you? Turn this off again. What's around me? Got a lap count. Not count. Okay, now we're getting frame drop again. That's weird. Have you ever had a moment where you actually got mad at someone in VDC? I suppose like not. I wouldn't say I got mad once before at the judges because so I protested the call. So they said that I crashed into a guy outside of a diesel zone, and then I kind of got really annoyed because I was like, the reason why I crashed into him, in my opinion, was because he was completely off the line coming up to that zone. So like, how was I supposed to know where he's going to go? And I need to know where he's going to go for me to be able to chase him. He was like different place and stuff. So it was like a 40-minute protest. Like, oh my god, live right there and then. And I was like, I did kind of get really frustrated with them. And they did change their call, but I think I'm probably like one of two people, and I think I've done this twice to them where I managed to get a call, like a protest changed. I suppose it's probably the way I approach it more so than anything else, because I kind of look at it from a, oh my god, the car is so slow, the 86. some people, they kind of get really mad and they kind of like, oh, I should have won, blah blah blah. They don't really bring up any decent evidence or a valid point. I suppose because of my experience, I suppose with my dad judging and stuff, I kind of know what way to approach it and like how professional to act. And it seems to kind of like stand for me better if I feel there's a wrong call made against me, you know. But out of the protest calls I've made recently, like I think I've made one protest call recently, hasn't changed. So I haven't really had much success in recent times. But I haven't really got mad at some. I do get frustrated at people within the community, like not just VDC in general. Well, I suppose in VDC I've got frustrated people before because they don't really take it like that. I'd say serious, but they kind of like, instead of addressing the issue by talking to the people, they make content or they make comments and stuff by like saying, "Oh, this is BS. I should have got this or whatever." And I kind of like, it kind of frustrates me because it's like it's those people that like ruin it for everyone. Like I do this because I love VDC, I love competing, I love DCGP too, and like I do talk negatively sometimes about them, but that's because I just wanted to grow and stuff, and I feel like you have to talk about it in a certain way for it to grow. And if you're just battering saying, "Oh, it's biased," "Oh, only real drivers win," and all this stuff, it's like then the sport is never actually going to grow. Like you're never actually going to grow competition esports of drifting, that is. So I always look at it from the professional side of things, but then it's easy for me to look at it that way because, oops, my bad. That's how I've had to get to my position in the real life drift scene anyway. Just kind of be that guy that's like professional, doesn't say anything too negative that would impact companies or anything like that, and just trying to look like the well, like a figure of someone that's like, I don't know, someone would rather sponsor or something, I don't know. And this tin can is shit. Tin can. You know, people in Ireland go mental when you call Corollas, like twin cams, as tin cans. And that's why I like calling, oh my god, I just spun. Okay, whoops. That's why I call them tin cans. It's funny. It is more than funny. Oh, my back. I'm trying to think that I get mad ever in real life. I had a run-in actually recently when I was in Oman. They later apologized, but there was a call where like chasing Dean and Oman. I was like, how can I not keep up with this guy? I can't keep up with him. I chased him during practice. You might, if you watch his latest vlog, you've seen that he chased me, and then the next run I chased him, and I just couldn't keep up with him. And then we made some changes to the car, and then I was faster, but like I didn't get to drive with him again. I suppose nowadays I don't let chasing or driving with like I've driven with Chris Fosberg. I've chased and then I've led Chris Fosberg around in Ireland before, and I nearly beat him, but I crashed. That's why I didn't beat him. Well, I don't know if I was going to beat him anyway, but I was on the path to beating him, and I crashed. And like when you're competing or when you're driving at that kind of level, you can't let stuff like that get into your head. You can't like let this person fanboy you or fanboy over someone. But I think if Dean's weak point, well, he's really predictable. So like, you know, if you're chasing someone that you know every single time is going to be bang on point every single time, then it's easy to chase them. You know what they're going to do. For him, he's not sure because he's up against, let's say, 95 nobodies, but those 95 nobodies are up against a somebody, you know, so it's like, you know, those 95 people know what James does. James doesn't know what all those 95 people do. Because, like, you know, it's like he's popular, he's won all these championships and stuff. The 95 people aren't that popular. They know all to do is just drive really hard, 120%, and they might beat him. So that's one of James's weakest point. That's nothing he can do about. you'd have to change his driving style to fix that, which is like becoming dirty then, which is like not really good. What else was there? But other than that, the only way you can really beat James is by being as good as James. And there's plenty of people out there that are as good as James, if not better, but they're not as consistent, in my opinion. Like, they're never as consistent as James. So one event, they'd be like amazing, they could destroy James. Next event, James would still be in the same position, like ability-wise, and the other person is useless. So it's like, that's how James wins championships. ASMR. Don't know if you hear that. Round 4, Alana says, Alana's my girlfriend, by the way, people, if you're wondering who she is. Ignore her. Not my mistake. You were upset. That was Punchestown. Yes. So I do get mad. I do get mad. Alright. But that's because I think it's kind of warranted to some extent in real life. Because, like, you spend so much money to get there, and then you make one mistake, and it's like, why? Why did that happen? I was actually less mad about nearly writing my car off in Mondello last event of the year than I was missing a gear chasing Conor Shanahan. Like, that's literally what goes on half the time. Do you watch Juicebox? I do actually. Yeah, I watch Neil and all the guys. They're hilarious. Rings led, and then they put the techno, not the techno. What's like Initial D, like the Initial D music. I can't think of the name. How do you overcome stress in the comp? I actually don't really get stressed. I don't really get stressed. Rings led. Um, I do actually know. I do get stressed. I mostly get stressed when it's like top 4 time. And because up until recently, my team has always been very small. It's always been me, my spotter, and his girlfriend that's been always helping me out. So Declan Byrne, fellow driver, but he spots for me, and his girlfriend would help me out a lot. And so I have to do a lot of the work to the car myself. But in recent years, I've now a team manager who like looks after the team and stuff, and just lets me concentrate on my driving. And so then we have people dedicated for changing tires, fueling the car, checking it all over. And then I've got Declan, my spotter, still. Um, and so like all of that like overcomes all of that. I just have to worry about making sure. And Alana helps with the stress too. She's there like standing there like a princess. I have to say, just so you know, I have to call her a princess, otherwise she gets really moody. So like just people, I suppose just talking and just trying to keep your mind off of it helps a lot too. Try not to overthink it, We got some followers. Thank you for the follow, Gillum. Thank you for the follow, Craven HD. High definition, you're not standard definition. A bad dad joke. Would you rather have a fully built V8 or a fully built 2J in your iRoad Pro car? Okay, so let's put some logic, like localized logic for me. So yes, I would run a V8. I don't have a hate which I don't hate against the V8s. Like, they're actually amazing. Like, low end torque, super easy to drive. I'm sure. Never driven one, mind you, as a drift car or a high comp or like a high horsepower V8 anyway. The weight of them is perfect as well, especially LS's. But with 2J, it just makes more sense in Ireland. They're cheaper for us. We can actually buy them like used for like 3 or 600 euros, should I say. Whereas with LS engines especially, you can't really buy. And to build them in Ireland, you're looking at probably like twice the cost than a fully built 2J. So that's really pretty much why I don't that's why I don't really favour the V8, especially in Western Europe anyway, for us. It seems to be more popular in the UK running LSs, but I think that's probably because the drag racing scene would have a lot. The drag racing scene in the UK would have a lot of interest in them. Oh, there's a lot of people. Oh, we got a sword to chase. Oh, come on. Well, it's a 1UZ sword, so it's not really a sword, then, is it? But that was nice. Chasing a Soar is so easy. They're like so predictable to chase. Plus, Pontus does a good job leading with his COVID-19 infected in name. Pontus, if you're listening, I dare you to use that name tag in VDC next weekend and see what Chris says to you. Probably murder you. Thing, it's not like you can get away with it because you'll be driving your RX-7, so everyone knows it'll be you. What would be the best way to approach sponsors and partners? Networking, I suppose. Knowing contacts is probably a really hard one to build, but if you're starting off, I'm sorry to break it, but especially if you're living in a smaller country like Ireland or something like that, getting partners and sponsors is really difficult unless you have a big social media following to begin with. And like, just don't break promises. Like, if you promise to someone, oh, I'll put your logo on the side of my car and I'll tag you in all my social media posts for a year, like, stay to that. Like, actually speak good words about them. Plus, I wouldn't say sponsor. Try approach it more as partner. Sponsor is a bit of like a weird word to use because that suggests that you're like a charity almost. And while it's like nice to be considered as, oh yeah, you mentioned partners. Oh yeah, good. I would suggest using the word partner more so than sponsor, especially when approaching big companies. There's a great video online. American dude made it. Can't think of the name of it, but oh my god, FPS drop. But it's something along the lines of how sponsors have ruined motorsports or something like that, or ruined racing. And he's looking at it from the approach of being a race car driver himself, being a company owner himself, and being a person who sponsors people himself, or like partners people himself. And it's a really good video to listen to, because let's say you get a sponsor and you get 20% off, and they expect you to pay to put the wrap on your car or something like that. Like, that's not that's ridiculous. You know, you don't want to be spending 20% less off a product, 20% less on a product to put like $1,000 wrap on your car, you know, to keep them happy. It seems a bit pointless. So it's all about valuing what you're able to do and your worth. And trust me, there's been times when you get a deal and you're like, oh, you get 5% off, and it's like, I'll just buy it outright. There's no point in really saving the 5% and having strings attached when I can avoid that and just do my own way, you know. But then again, sometimes that could start a great partnership down the line. So it really depends what you're willing to do and what you're looking for and what status or what position you're in right now in time. I would suggest, if you're like starting off in grassroots and stuff, starting up a YouTube channel and making some nice content, decent content, being active on social media and stuff. And I mean, they're really the predictable things to say, but unfortunately that's what you kind of need to do. I find though, when I first started off, I had to rely on my networks to get me stuff cheaper, basically. So I'm very fortunate in that my family, or my dad especially, is very well in with drifting in Ireland. And me being around the sport for so many years, I knew a lot of people too. So I was able to get like deals on parts, just being friends alone with people. Does that make sense? Which, if you were a nobody coming on, unless you had like results or like had a really good social media following that people would have wanted to get involved with, it's kind of hard to like get them to trust you enough to sponsor you, you know, or partner you. So that's all I'd really say about that, to be honest, is that fortunately at the start you're going to have to spend to be able to play, but down the line it gets a bit easier for sure. Where are you, Pontus? Oh, I left you. Tires a bit cooked. Yeah, mine were too, to be honest. I already done 2 laps beforehand. Probably stay on for another few more minutes. Oh. Hey, I was planning on AC and just joined the stream to see how it was. How different is it from real life, excluding G-Force? That's probably the biggest difference, Zeneker. Like, for example, when we're like, so one of my partners, Pro Drift Academy, we teach people how to drift in real life. We've recently started implementing the simulators as a tool to teach people. And so what we've said to them is that, like, first of all, you don't have your seat. So like the seat is important for your G-forces and you just don't have it. So you have to rely mostly on your eyes and your ears to make up for the lack of feel, like for the lack of seat. So so you might find people that come from the real into the simulator, it takes them as long, well, okay, maybe not as long, but a little bit longer than what you would have expected them to pick up the game, because they're relying on a sense that they don't have anymore. So you kind of have to like almost relearn drifting if you're coming from real life, unfortunately, but that's just how it is. No problem, Ashley. Like, I find when it comes to partners and stuff, even I struggle at times, like just getting the confidence just to say, look, I just need to send something to this person and their response is irrelevant. Because in reality, you're probably going to get rejected a lot unless you have a really good proposal and a really good attitude that people can see that they want to support you and stuff. And you'd be kind of hoping that would be the case. But like even for me right now, it's like even it's kind of hard to get the confidence to message someone because it's always that rejection of saying no. It's like the worst response ever. But it's like at the end of the day, that company, when you're 5 or 6 years down the line and you're doing better with yourself, you know, competing, you have a decent following and stuff, that company would change their mind most likely, you know, and it's kind of hard to kind of get your mind around that sometimes. At the end of the day, I was very lucky how I got into it, so my experience, I don't really have a lot of like advice to give other than what I believe in and what I've learned from other people and stuff. But yeah, I was just lucky with what I knew, and I was just lucky I had enough cash at the time to be able to spend to play. I don't have any cash anymore, so I don't even know if I can drive anymore, but we'll see. I can drive in the sim though, I still have my simulator, so it's all good. As long as you have your simulator, that's the main thing. Catch up with some people, I don't know if someone chased me or not, I do apologise, I'm trying to catch up. Right guys, I think I'll probably stay on for a couple of laps more. I'm going to bounce off Dane. We'll probably do one chase lap. Try and chase Dylan here, who's a Bushido driver. This guy. Pass him out on the inside. Time attack. Too much understeer for a time attack car, unfortunately. Vesta. In low, Dylan. How are you doing? Let's chase you, guy. How much does a season cost? Cheaper side. In Ireland, it's actually very affordable for us in Ireland because the entry fees, let's say to enter one event is like 150 euros, and then you have to get the car logged, which includes your stickers, and all that stuff. That's like 100 euros to get that done. What else is there? Fuel. So like for me, I'm like 2 hours away from, at most, from anywhere that I compete at in Ireland anyway. So it's like maybe 70 euros in diesel to transport the car there. I'm very fortunate in that I have like a tire sponsor, so I don't really spend money on tires. So all I have to really pay for is fuel for the van, hotels that I stay in. Entry fees for me are paid for by partners that I have. Yeah, so the fuel for the car is the most expensive bit, and the maintenance of it, so like spark plugs, engine oil. Engine oil is very expensive for my car because we spend a little extra that we probably shouldn't really be spending because we don't really have it on engine oil to make sure the engine is safe, because if the engine went, then I wouldn't have an opportunity to represent my partners and sponsors and stuff. So we'll spend as much as we can without breaking the bank to board representing companies that we have on the side of the car. So I don't know, like my car to run a year would like probably cost the most, like my season for the year would probably cost like 5,000 euros, like roughly. But like that's not what you'd be spending. You'd be spending way more than that, especially if you're doing upgrades to the car or if you're crashing a lot or breaking stuff a lot and all that, you know. So it's kind of about luck really and like how well built your car is. How can you get more consistent? It's kind of getting into rhythm. I find like consistency is kind of tough. I find to get into consistent rhythm, you need to be a greater level than what you're driving at currently. Does that make sense? So like, let's say right now I'm driving at like 7/10, 7 out of 10. If I drive at 10 out of 10, I start spinning and crashing a lot, or I'm closer to that. Whereas right now I'm like relaxed. I'm just like driving. I'm just letting the car do its thing, steering the car on the throttle, not really concentrating because I'm chatting to you guys, right? But if I was to drive a 10/10, right, which is, I'm gonna try and drive a 10/10 here now, which is me driving really hard. I find it harder to concentrate. So then I start making mistakes, start over driving a small bit. So I've ran wide slightly there now, ran wide here again, which argues probably on purpose. Oh, I mean, okay, I just, yeah, trying stupid stuff. Back to pits. So yeah, it's just finding like a rhythm and just kind of finding what your limit is and then just like stepping back down from that, and then you'll find consistency. And I think that's actually, speaking of James again, that's where his again ability comes from. Like, is that he's able to like find his limit and then go back one step, and it's actually higher than most people who go above their limit. You know, it's just where he kind of lies the whole time. Right, one last lap. Drift Cup in UK season, but then there's everything else on top, so it's not really a cheaper side. No, like it's going to cost the same for everyone to compete, I suppose. I actually now look back at Mossy's question, I kind of understand what he's trying to say, or kind of ask. Thanks for the follow, Gilski. Like when it comes to competing, like you have to pay the entry fee, you have to pay the other associated costs. And depending on where you live, obviously has a big factor on how much a season costs too, right? Like if you, let's just say for example, you live in a country and you've only one race circuit, like Ireland, and you go there 4 times a year, well then you know what your cost of fuel is going to be. Do you have to get a hotel or something like that? It's kind of different in the UK. Like in Drift Cup, it's horrible because, not that Drift Cup is horrible, but it's kind of horrible in the UK because you have one event in Scotland, and then you have the next event down south, or I don't know where in south you would have it, and you have like a 6-hour drive, and then you've got like people who are from Devon who go to Scotland and it takes them like 2 days to get there, and it's like that alone costs a crazy amount of money just to get to the event, and then you get there and you break something and you're knocked out. Like it's so heartbreaking, but that's the sport of drifting. Dopest Kush. Gilski, yeah, Gilski's here. Hey, Jack, how's things? What was your first time entering the back straight of Mandilov? What was your first time? What did that feel like? So the first time I did it was in an AE86 Corolla. I probably still have the video. I don't think I have the video on my YouTube channel, but I do still have the file somewhere. So it was an AE86 Corolla. No, it wasn't. It was actually in my S14 when I had an SR20, so when it was still kind of stock. I had 300 horsepower, but still kind of stock, I suppose. But that was a shorter run up from the hole in the hedge, so it wasn't really like a good run up. The second time, so the first time I actually did a proper run up, like which was Wandello section, was the final round of IADC, and that was in an 86 Corolla with an SR20. And that was an experience because that car was stupid fast. It was like, 800 kilograms, 320 horsepower. Yeah, that car was really, really fast. think the worst thing about that car, the handbrake wasn't the greatest in it, so it wasn't the most confidence inspiring. When I was in the JZ, when we first built this 14 with the JZ in it though, holy shit, I scared my pants. I shit my pants. That thing was scary going on the straight, and now I don't really get scared by it anymore, but it was scary at the time. Hey Keelan, thank you for the follow. Great until I was told to go to the bog tomorrow. How are you? I'm doing good, Jack. I'm doing very good. Go to the bog tomorrow. That sounds like fun. I'm picking up some turf. I've never been to the bog. I've driven past the bog plenty of times. A bog. Driven through them. Never actually been into one. My first drift event was last year in Punchestown. Had no clue who anyone was. Was crazy how many people I know now. Yes, that's why I love the drift scene. Like, it's kind of crazy, like, but you can nearly, there's like almost small communities with each driver. And like you'll find out, let's say wherever let's say you're from Cork or something, and you find out there's like 10 drifters within like 20-minute radius of you, and you're like, holy shit, that's kind of cool. So that's kind of like an interesting thing about drifting. Like for us, our Irish people, it's very close, well knit together, and we all kind of get on great. Like yeah, you have a few beefs with some people, like, but it's very rare that happens. There's no big groups of separation. Like you'd have, let's say, the juice box guys who are mostly stylish cars, drifters and stuff, and they kind of appreciate the drifting like in a different way. And like we appreciate their cars and stuff, that what they do. Then you get some people who mostly hate in the whole competition stuff, and that's a different story, I suppose. But yeah, it's one of those. It's just fun. It's good. It's good vibes. Drifting is great. I definitely wouldn't know as many people as I'd know now without drifting. Have you had any experience with A80 Super Chassis within drifting? Real life, have I driven an A80 Supra? No, I haven't drifted in a Supra Mark IV. I would love one. Probably my all-time favorite Toyota ever. So I could see myself owning one in the future. I'm making a proper pro car out of it, but I need money bags. So I need to rob a bank. Any bank suggestions, do let me know, because I would like to rob one. To buy a Supra. Supra. No, I have no experience. Shit. Let's get new tires. But yeah, like I've driven Soarers, which are basically a Supra, stock ones. And they're quite fun, but haven't really done anything with them. No competitive stuff anyway. I went to Mandela, I got to sit 2 days in the pits of the Shannons. Awesome. The Shannon guys are great. They live about 20 minutes over from me. Darren McNamara lives like 5 minutes or 2 minutes actually over the road from here. James Dean lives another 20 minutes. You got like Dennis Murphy, who's another 10 or 15 minutes away. So like around my area alone, there's like, I can count maybe 10 pro drivers from Ireland. Are you planning competing in DMEC? No, not for the foreseeable future anyway. Like budgeting reasons, it costs way too much. I can tell you right now, it's like you're looking at nearly 40,000 euros just to compete in a season of DMEC, just on transport alone. So it's like, it's a lot of money. Saying that was a 2-car team that had a big rig, so you could do it for way cheaper, but still, you're still not cheap. Have you tried the Formula D's car? No, I haven't yet. Haven't yet, Stig. Hey Nixley, how are you? ATM machines are going easy lately. Oh, that's true, yeah. Joe, I made race 14 on Torque Drift. Thank you very much for the feedback. Thanks, Joe. Yeah. Oh man, it looked awesome. Thank you so much. And like we've been, Pro Drift have been saying like we should try and get my car into Torque Drift, because I have played the game a few times. Well, I did a lot before. I haven't played it in a while. That'd be fun to get it in there, wouldn't it? You're all like an hour and a half from me. Oh, is that true? Oh, alright guys. Take a digger out and pops. Oh, pops the ATM. Just pull it out, man. Alright guys, I'm gonna log off. I'm wrecked tired. Thanks so much for joining the stream. We had a good few fun hours today. Live for 3 hours. It's a bit long. Where in Ireland do you live? I live down south in Cork. Cork City, kid. Cork City, kid. Yeah, alright guys, I'm gonna log off. Thanks so much for joining, and talk to you guys soon. I'll try and stream. Oh, today's Wednesday. Well, it's now Thursday. I'll try and stream in the next day or two. Probably do it Friday. Cheers, guys. Thanks very much. See you later. Bye. Oh, wait, Streamlabs.